Welcome to the Xavier University Convocation Center here on the campus of Xavier University in New Orleans. And we are about to resume one of the oldest rivalry in college basketball here in the city of New Orleans. Xavier versus Dillard in the Crosstown Classic. Well, you got two teams that have struggled this season, two teams with great traditions, especially in recent seasons in particular. Dillard, the winner of the last two Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Championship tournaments, and Xavier just a consistent and constant presence in both the national rankings and in the NAIA Championship Tournament. This year, both programs off their regular pace. The Golden Nuggets come in today with a record of 12-11, just 3-5 in the GCAC, where Dillard is 9-15 on the season and 3-6 in conference play. They have won 3 of their last 4. Xavier won its last game, a conference game, a 12-point win over Tougaloo. So maybe both teams are hitting their stride as the regular season comes to a close soon, and they make this 1-month stretch run to try to make it back to the postseason. These two programs, there's nothing but respect and good old-fashioned hate between these two schools. The fans know each other, the kids know each other, the athletes know each other, and this is personal. This may be one of the most intense rivalries that you see on any level. And if you're watching at home, wherever you're paying attention, you're just going to see an atmosphere that's unlike many others. The bands will be into it, the fans will be into it, and we're excited to bring it to you here. My name is David Grubb. I am the Sports Information Director for the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference, as well as the host of Hard in the Paint with David Grubb on WODT Sports Radio 1280 AM in New Orleans. You can also catch that on the iHeartRadio app. But I'm excited to be here. This is my first time doing play-by-play for the women's game. I was a color commentator for the for the Blue Devil Classic, 3 years ago. So this is my first time covering it here on the campus of Xavier. The Convocation Center is one of the great facilities in the NIA and just in New Orleans in general. This is a great place to play basketball, a great place to watch basketball, and you can already start to see the crowd is filing in. There's a big celebration going on outside. They're just the crowd is getting bigger and bigger, and we're really excited to see some outstanding basketball. The coaches couldn't be more different. When you go to the Dillard side, you have Norbert Rome, and he's one of those calm, cool, collected guys on the sideline. Doesn't really show a ton of emotion. And then on the other side, you got the dean of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference, and Bo Browder, just a coach who wears his emotions on his sleeves during the game. He will give just about every ounce of his energy to his players in order to get them over that hump. And I had the pleasure of interviewing both of them yesterday on the show, and they have nothing but respect for each other and their programs. But this is about winning, and beating your rival is, even in a disappointing season, getting that big win over your rival means more than just one mark in the win column. And losing to your rival certainly means more than just one L in the loss column. So we're excited to bring this game to you. We hope that you enjoy it, and we expect it to be a really hotly contested contest. The teams are led by Paige Williams for Dillard, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. She's a 2-time GCAC Player of the Week this season and averages 13.5 points a game, good for 9th in the conference. Essence Wells leads the Xavier Gold Nuggets in scoring at 10.4 points per game. But the story for Xavier as of late has been Shaylin Moore. Shaylin Moore is the first player to play for both participants in this rivalry. She was a 3-year starter at Dillard and really was one of the players that was key in turning around that program. And now, here at Xavier, she is one of the elite sharpshooters in the country. In her last 53 attempts over 6 games, she's made 25 three-pointers. That's the most of any six-game stretch in her career. And Xavier, right here in the Convocation Center, it is very hard to beat them. They've won 8 in a row against Dillard in this series, whether it's been home or on the road. But here in the Convocation Center, the Xavier Gold Nuggets have won 107 of their last 118 regular season conference games. We're going to take a pause now as for the playing of the national anthem.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Xavier freshman Carson Cooper singing the national anthem. Outstanding job there. We'll be doing the player introduction shortly, and we're just a few moments away from tip-off here at the women's game of the Crosstown Classic. All right, so your starting lineups for tonight for the visiting Dillard Lady Blue Devils. Number 4, Jabria Pounds, a senior guard from Tupelo, Mississippi. Number 10, Deanna West, a freshman from Sugar Land, Texas. Number 11, Deanna McZeal, guard, freshman from Gonzales, Louisiana. Number 20, Jaquana Hunter, a freshman junior forward, from Vacherie, Louisiana. And number 2, Paige Williams, the 6-foot junior guard from New Orleans, Louisiana. For the homestanding Xavier Gold Nuggets, Shay Moore will be starting along with Maya Trench in the backcourt. You also have number 11, Abria Irons, the 5'7" freshman from Butte, Louisiana, at guard. Also, it's starting for the the Gold Nuggets. Excuse me, I'm having a tough time this morning getting started. And number 14, Deja Virgil, sophomore from Kenner, Louisiana. Finally rounding out the starting 5, number 35, Kyla Duncan from Metairie, Louisiana, sophomore forward. These are two teams that don't have a ton of height, guard-heavy lineups. Xavier's going to try to play very physical defense, force Dillard into some tough offensive opportunities, where Dillard, on the other hand, is going to also be pretty methodical offensively. So this is a strength against strength here for both of these teams. Here goes the opening tip. Xavier takes it. They immediately go to the wing to Moore. She gets it back up top. Virgil with the ball. They swing to the left side. Dillard comes out in a zone defense. There's a drive to the basket, and the first basket of the game goes to the Xavier Gold Nuggets. Kyla Duncan with 2 inside the paint. Dillard coming back. A little bit of a weave motion. Action inside. Pulled back out. They look back inside, trying to find Williams. The ball tapped away. She goes with her left hand, pulls up for the jumper. It's no good. Gold Nuggets with the rebound. They're pushing the tempo to the right wing now. Back up top, resetting. Nothing there in the fast break. Looking for someone to get inside. No post up available. Back up top to Moore. She dribbles with the right hand and is fouled on the floor. No shot there. That foul goes to number 10, Deanna West, her first personal. The Gold Nuggets again resetting up top. Go back to Moore. She can't find a space. The drive to the basket, no good. Offensive rebound. And there's your second bucket of the game and a quick 4-0 lead for the Gold Nuggets. Here in the first quarter with 8:25 remaining, Xavier leading Dillard 4-0 in the opening game of the Crosstown Classic doubleheader. No good on the three-pointer. Xavier with the ball, and it's Trench pushing it up again. She goes to the wing to Virgil. High post for Duncan. She goes back inside. Duncan at the free throw line, and that jumper's good. That's her third basket, excuse me. She's got all 6 points for the Gold Nuggets so far. Dillard has not been able to get the ball inside, so they're going to go back to their leader. Another missed jumper. Very frustrating for the Lady Blue Devils right now. No clean shots. On a great pass, the assist by Trench. And that forces a timeout by the Lady Blue Devils. A great pass from Maya Trench. She found Abria Irons just wide open, and she was able to complete the play with the layup. We take a quick 1-minute timeout. Dillard trying to regroup. They've fallen behind early, 8-0. They've got to get it to go together. Xavier has just shut down the paint. There's nowhere for Dillard to go in the lane right now, and they need those easy baskets. You've seen a lot of movement on the Xavier end of the court. When they're on offense, they've been doing a lot of screening, trying to set people up. They go early to Shea Moore, and they're looking to get her going to the basket and not just keep her outside as a three-point threat. So forcing Dillard to do something maybe that they had not expected defensively. But they're going to have to pressure Trench. She's just doing an outstanding job right now of controlling her team and putting people in positions to score the basketball. We take over 7:29 remaining. Dillard has the ball. They will inbound, moving from left to right on your screen. Pressure in the backcourt. Trench with the steal. She holds up, waits for her teammates. Going right back inside, attacking again. The shot is no good. Dillard bringing it back up the floor, slowing it down. Xavier pressuring the ball. Now you see, if you're looking, you're seeing the Gold Nuggets kind of close off that lane, packing it in, and now they get another rebound, another missed shot. Back to Trench. She calls out the offense. Back screen. Moore in the post. She comes around a double screen, but there's nothing there for her. She gets the ball up top. Screen set up on her left. She doesn't take it. The pass out to Trench for three. No good. Dillard with the rebound. Trying to get something going in transition, and there you see a travel there. Turnover by the Lady Blue Devils. They just can't get anything going. A pair of subs now coming into the game. Now entering for Dillard, Deanna West. Up top guarding Trench. And also you'll see Jaquana Hunter. A couple of subs for Xavier as well. We'll get to those in just a minute. Tied up jump ball. Possession goes to Dillard. They'll take out under the basket. Gina Smith now in the game for the Gold Nuggets. Dillard goes inside, finally getting a post up. The shot no good, out of bounds. It's going to stay here with Dillard. They haven't had one that has even rolled and given a 50% chance of going in. Everything's been hard, either over the basket or hard off the rim. Just no good-looking shots. A corner three, no good. Short. Xavier with the ball again, moving in transition. Shea Moore open on the left side, but the Dillard defense closes out. They're just going to reset. Virgil back to Moore. She crosses over, moves back to the center of the court, swings the pass. Another three attempt, no good, short. Dillard with the lead pass up ahead. Another turnover. Xavier will take over. Here we are, 5:16 now remaining in the first quarter, about halfway through the opening quarter. And Dillard is yet to put a point up on the board. Xavier leading 8-0. 6 of those points from Kyla Duncan to start. Now on the floor for Xavier, you've got Moore, Trench, Irons, Virgil, and Smith. And for Dillard on the floor, you got Gabrielle Harrington, Taylor DeWitt, Pounds, West, and Hunter still. Off the miss, out of bounds, Xavier's going to keep the ball. Right at the halfway mark now. Still 8-0. Outside shooting has been a problem for both teams, but Xavier's been far more successful at getting to the rim and creating some easy scoring opportunities. As far as Dillard, everything has been hard work. Pass almost stolen. It is stolen. Now they're in the fast break, passing off the back of the head, and a turnover going the other way. The Gold Nuggets setting something up here. You see, again, low screen action. Setting up out wide, looking for the post up. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Air ball, pass back, foul by Dillard. And, oh, I'm sorry, they're calling a turnover here, excuse me. Dillard will inbounds, still looking for their first points of this game. Pressure at the sideline. Trying to go back inside. Up and under. Oh, good. Foul on the play. And it just looked like Taylor DeWitt was a little bit out of control. But she does pick up the foul and will try to get the first points for the Lady Blue Devils at the line. She makes the first. And now it's 8-1, Xavier leading Dillard. She gets both. Quick substitution. Essence Wells back into the game for the Gold Nuggets. A quick steal on the inbounds and a foul. Xavier compounds the problem. You commit the turnover and then a foul. Four minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. The Xavier Gold Nuggets leading the Dillard Lady Blue Devils 8-2. Xavier's just turned the ball over. Dillard inbounding. Again, going back into the post, the lob passed inside, the basket and the foul for Jabria Pounds. She gets the first shot from the floor to go down for the Lady Blue Devils. They've cut the lead in half on their last two possessions and now can pull within one possession with a free throw here. That's good. The three-point play completed. And suddenly it goes from 8-0 to 8-5 as we get below the 4-minute mark. Dillard with a mini 5-0 run. Xavier's going to try to put it into that here on this possession. A lot of physical play down inside. Foul called on number 3, Jabria Pounds. Excuse me, number 3, Taylor DeWitt had that foul. I apologize for that. Three-pointer goes down for Xavier. Jalen Hodge with the basket pushes the lead back to 6. But right back in the line, at the line now, the Lady Blue Devils. The first is good. Taylor DeWitt 3 for 3 at the line. 4 for 4 now. Still only one basket made for the Lady Blue Devils. They've started to extend their pressure a bit, trying to keep Xavier from posting up or driving into the basket. Another turnover by the Gold Nuggets. Dillard pushing it in transition, attacking the basket, and the lay-in is good. It is now 11-9 Xavier. A nice drive and score by Kennedy Hambrick on the play. Foul there on the shot. Duncan is fouled. She'll go to the line. Duncan makes her first free throw of the game. She spins it, she shoots it, and that's good as well. Kyle Duncan off to a great start. She has 8 of Xavier's 13 points so far. She's almost single-handedly outscored Dillard to this point. So just a great start. Dillard inbounding here. Xavier applying pressure in the backcourt. The double team almost forces the turnover. A nice step through, turnaround jumper, rushing it early in the clock. A blocked shot underneath. Xavier now in transition, pushing it up ahead. The three-point attempt is good. That's the second three, back-to-back now for Jalen Hodge. She's 2 for 2 from deep and puts the lead back to 7 points now for the Gold Nuggets. They lead 16-9 with 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter. Airballed the layup there for Dillard. Gold Nuggets pushing it back in the other direction. Another wing setup, no three there. Swinging it back to the other side. Trying to shift the defense. Nothing available in the post. They go extended. Baseline drive, and the layup is good. Right now, Kyle Duncan is the story of this game with 10 points. Nice jumper. Woo, and it goes down for Hambrick. Crossover stepped into the J, and it was beautiful. 18-11 now. Xavier understands they're going to the hot one. Duncan misses, but Xavier gets the offensive rebound. Right back to the basket and a foul. This time it will be Nina German going to the foul line. She converts the first. Misses the second. Dillard rebounds. Again, ball pressure by Xavier. Double teaming. Three-point attempt. No good. Off the back iron. Xavier pushing it back up court. Three-point attempt. Short off the front of the rim. And here we go the other way. Going coast to coast for the lay-in. Jabria Pounds gets her first bucket of the game. Great ball pressure being applied. Gabrielle Harrington is just staying right on the ball. Steps in. Oh, gets called for the block. Jumped a little too late. Tried to set up for the charge and cut off the drive. Got there a little too late. Feet were still moving. That's the 5th team foul for the Lady Blue Devils, and that'll send Xavier back to the line. First one is good. And the second is good for Essence Wells. She gets on the board. Pounds using her shoulder to get through and makes the jumper right before the end of the quarter. We end the first quarter with Xavier holding on to a 21-15 lead over Dillard University. A high-scoring game so far. We'll see if the pace continues. So far, your leading scorers, again, Kyla Duncan doing an outstanding job. 10 points in the first 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick pause from the commentary as we listen to the Xavier University cheerleaders. So after the first quarter, Dillard shot a paltry 33% in the opening quarter, going 5 for 15 from the floor. Xavier almost making 50% of their shots at 7 of 15, 2 of 6 from 3. Both of those threes coming from Jalen Hodge. Great shot-looking shots from her. At the free throw line, both teams with 5 made, so no difference there. Xavier, this is the big difference. 6 assists for Xavier on their 7 baskets. Great ball movement there. Dillard with just 1 assist so far. We start the second quarter with Xavier with the ball. Maya Trench setting things up once again. Shea Moore on the move, crosses over, steps back into the post. And you've got a push in the paint. That foul is going to be on Jaquana Hunter. That's the first foul of the quarter. Xavier going to be taking it out under their own basket. Looking to inbound. And the ball is stripped. Pounds brings it up court, calling the play. Hambrick swings it. She gets it back in the corner. She can't find anything. Just beyond the free throw line. Shot's no good. Trish has some bounce in her dribble. No foul there, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Dillard will take over on the turnover. Paige Williams checking back into the game. Again, Xavier just doing whatever it can to slow up Dillard and force them to execute in the half court. Turnaround jumper, not a lot of passing going on for the Lady Blue Devils. 1 pass, 1 shot. Xavier coming the other direction, nice pass. 3-point attempt from the corner, no good. And a foul on the rebound. That foul goes against Abria Irons. That's her first foul of the game. Excuse me, her first foul of the game. Late pass. Very narrow window, tipped away by Moore. Any slower and that's a steal. Dillard has just been very careless with the basketball so far. Inbound, immediate 3-point attempt. No good. Xavier pushing it back. Coach Rome screaming out his defense. The zone moving, trying to take away those interior. A deep, deep three from Moore. She's no good. No, the shot clock's still winding down. She didn't hit. And they get the three at the end of the shot clock. Virgil with the three. Just as the shot clock expired, rolled around the rim and fell through. She was falling backwards on the attempt. Dillard tries to answer with a three of its own. Another shot that's just too long. Virgil bringing it back. Kicks it to Trench. Back up top to Moore, to Virgil again inside. The swing, wide open is Moore, and she hits that one. Another timeout taken. The lead up to 12 now on back-to-back three-point attempts by the Gold Nuggets. 27-15, the Gold Nugget lead over Dillard. Just an exciting game so far. And it just looks like Dillard has come in and they have no semblance of an offense right now. One pass and one shot. They're playing right into Xavier's hands. Xavier applying the pressure on the inbounds. And from there, once the Lady Blue Devils are crossing half court, they're taking the first open shot they get. Problem is they're not getting the boards. Xavier, on the other hand, is dominating on the offensive glass, giving themselves second chance opportunities. So now 7:22 remaining here in the second quarter. Again, Xavier leading 27-15 in the women's game of the Crosstown Classic. Lady Blue Devils inbound. Again, that three-quarter court pressure being applied by the Gold Nuggets. Pass cross court, and now into the deep corner. Driving on two and scoring is Williams. Her first basket of the game. Another three attempt by Moore, good. She's feeling it. Again, 25 three-pointers made in her last 6 games. Now 27 in her last 7. Dillard with the three, no good. Moore with the great box out and rebound. No foul called there. She gets the ball to Trench, who gets it across half court. Another three-point attempt going up. Short and out of bounds. Who's the call for? The referees are trying to determine possession here. It looked like Xavier may have retained possession. At least Xavier is acting like they've retained possession. They've already lined up out of bounds. But the refs are still trying to determine. Coach Rome pleading his case. Xavier will inbounds from underneath their own basket. Back to Moore up top. They're giving her some room. She may take this one. No, she passes it again. I don't know if she's going to give it up 3 times. Xavier patiently working the ball around the perimeter. Oh, just a bad idea there on the pass. No skip. She tried to skip pass from one end of the court to the other, and it just veered right and went right out of bounds. Dillard gets it across half court. Almost a backcourt violation. Pounds up top, looking for someone. Dribble handoff. Again, Xavier just cutting off the inside. Another jumper short. Rebounded. Moore on the right side, goes inside. Second pass into the paint, foul on the floor. Traveling called. And we're going back the other way. That's the 7th turnover for the Xavier Gold Nuggets. Dillard has not made them pay. D. McNeil checking in for the Lady Blue Devils. It takes 4 to get it across the court. Driving to the basket, fouled is Pounds. She'll go to the line. Pounds 3 for 4 from the floor. 1 for 1 at the line. She just hit her second to close the lead to 30-18. Gets them both. 30-19 is the Gold Nugget lead. 5:24 remaining here in the first half. Another steal. Dillard in transition. Dangerous pass. A second pass that almost resulted in a turnover. 3-point attempt from straight away is no good. Moore on the wing. Doesn't hesitate. The 3 is off. Dillard with the ball. Now we're under the 5-minute mark. This has been a much slower quarter offensively than the first. Dillard content right now to work the ball around the top. They shift, get Pounds up top, crossover into the double team, finds the corner, no good, air ball. Moore brings it back up court, stops, swings it, pumping the drive short. Out of bounds. The shooting has not been great here in the second quarter. Foul there on Irons. Dillard again, crossover, attacking the basket, using her back. No, it rolls off the rim. No good, unkind. Xavier was able to set up those 3-point shots in the first quarter by getting that balance inside. A deep 3, and it goes in. Great shot by Essex Wells. One of those, don't take it, great shot. Step back 3, no good for Dillard. Just rushing, no patience offensively. Another 3-point attempt for the Gold Nuggets, no good. Now they're settling. Get it into the hands of your shooters. Just because the shot's open doesn't mean you got to take it. No defense in the lane as Pounds goes right to the basket. She's up to 11 points now. Xavier just passing around top. Both teams using a lot of zone today. The difference being that Xavier just has more shooters. Another three-point basket. That one by Nina German. Seems like Xavier likes it when the shot clock is running down. Nice take to the basket. McZeal driving to the paint and finishing with the right hand. We're under 2 minutes here at the Xavier University Convocation Center, where the Gold Nuggets lead the Lady Blue Devils 36-23. Another deep three, and it splashes through. Woo! Hodge with her third three-pointer of the first half, extending the lead to 16 points. Essence Wells picks up a foul going for the steal there. Maybe not her best decision. Another corner three attempt. Oh, that one's way short. Hits the bottom of the backboard. But the offensive rebound back to the Golden Nuggets. Swing it to the corner. Resetting the offense. The shot clock still running. Sub 10. Three-pointer no good off the back of the iron. Dillard having an opportunity to try to do something in this last minute to maybe get it to 10. It's at 14. But they're going to have to move quickly to get a 2-for-1. Foul on the drive. That was the fourth team foul on Xavier. The next will resort in a shot at the free throw line. Dillard will be taking it out underneath. Just 45.8 seconds remaining in the first half. Xavier Golden Nuggets leading 39-25. Got a little stoppage here. Not quite sure why. Both teams making substitutions here. Oh, this is a shooting foul. That was the 15th foul, excuse me. So Xavier does pick up the 15th foul and going to the line to shoot. Making the first of her free throws, Makita Collins for Dillard. She goes 2 of 2 at the line. The lead cut to 12. A stop here, and Dillard would have the opportunity to get it back to single digits. But they've just had trouble, particularly in shutting down the outside shot for Xavier. There it is, open three. Off the back of the rim and saved by Dillard. They can hold for the last shot here. The shot clock is off. Picked up her dribble a little early, travel. And now Xavier will have the final chance to score here with 11.4 seconds remaining in the half. Pushing it up court is Trench. The double team, she splits it, gets it outside, pump fake. Trench in the corner, back up top. They're looking for that open three, and it's too late. The shot is after the buzzer, and that's what we'll do. We'll go into halftime with the Xavier Gold Nuggets leading the Dillard Lady Blue Devils 39-27. We'll have more after the halftime break. while they set up for halftime, let's just go through some of the halftime statistics. Xavier finished the first half shooting 13 of 30 from the floor, 43%. Big difference at the three-point line. 8 threes in the first half for Xavier, 8 of 20. 20 of their 30 attempts coming from beyond the arc. Dillard yet to hit from beyond the three-point line. That is a 24-point difference being made of right there. That's the difference in your ball game. Rebounds, again, Xavier killing it on the glass, out-rebounding Dillard 25 to 13. 7 offensive boards for the Gold Nuggets, and they've been great. Both teams have been very solid at the free throw line. Assists, again, passing the basketball. Xavier up to 12 assists on those 13 made baskets. They're finding the open player, getting it to them, and letting them hit the shot. Everything for Dillard has been one-on-one. Only 1 assist on their 9 baskets. I'm sure Coach Rome will be talking a lot about that. They were effective in getting some turnovers. They forced 9 turnovers in the first half, 5 of those on steals, but just didn't convert. Xavier with the only blocked shot of the game, and 9 fouls for the Gold Nuggets in the first half. Your scoring leaders right now. Shaylin Moore with 6 points for Xavier. Also, you've got the outstanding star by Kyla Duncan, who had 10 in the first quarter, but really didn't have much in the second because of foul trouble. She picked up 2 fouls and went to the bench, but she got things going in that first quarter with 10 points. You got 9 out of Jalen Hodge, who's 3 for 5 from three-point range. And then you've got Maya Trench leading the offense, doing a fantastic job. She hasn't scored from the field, but she's got 3 of those assists, those 12 assists for the Gold Nuggets. Abria Irons also with 3 assists. For Dillard, they're being led by Jabria Pounds. She's 4 for 6 from the floor, 3 from 3 at the free throw line for 11 points. No one else has made more than 2 shots for the Lady Blue Devils. Both of those coming, 2 shots coming from Dee McZeal. She's got 4 points. And Kennedy Hambrick with 4 points. Got to get more scoring, is particularly from Paige Williams, who is 1 for 6 in the first half. She's been their leading scorer all year long. Again, Paige Williams, a 2-time Gulf Coast Athletic Conference Player of the Week, and all she's got is 2 points to this point. 1 for 6. And we're going to go ahead and take this break. It looks like the Xavier cheerleading squad, the competitive cheerleading team, is about to put on their halftime performance. We got about 17 minutes remaining in halftime here at the Crosstown Classic opener, the women's game between Xavier University and Dillard University. we're about to resume here at the Convocation Center on the campus of Xavier University. Xavier leads the Dillard Lady Blue Devils 39-27. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. Xavier's been in control throughout. Scored 21 points in the first quarter and followed that up with 18 in the second. Dillard with 15 in the first and 12 in the second quarter. Dillard just hasn't been able to get anything going from the field. 9 for 30 on their field goal attempts so far. They're shooting under 30% for the game. Xavier, on the other hand, has been red hot from the outside. 8 for 20 on their three-pointers. Not a single three made for Dillard. That is a 24-point difference in a game that is a 12-point, has a 12-point margin right now. That's the difference right there. 13 total field goals for Xavier, 9 total field goals for Dillard. Dillard has had its opportunities. They've gotten some points off of turnovers, 9 points off of those turnovers, but converting those 5 steals, but 9 turnovers total for Xavier. So just 1 point off of each of those. They've got to get more efficient, more aggressive, and they got to get the ball inside. They're going to have to make a three-pointer at some point. They've been able to get to the free throw line, but they have not been able to score at the paint except on a few drives. And Xavier's defense has forced Dillard into playing one-on-one basketball nearly every possession. One pass, one shot, or a couple of passes around the perimeter, and one person tries to attack the goal. The big factor early on, Kyla Duncan for Xavier, 10 points in the first quarter. In the second quarter, it was all about Jalen Hodge with 3 three-pointers for 9 points. So she's the second leading scorer for those Gold Nuggets. Shea Moore, who came into this game with 25 threes in her last 6 games. She had a couple more in the first half. She stayed hot. And for Dillard, it's all about Jabria Pounds right now. She's got 11 points for them, 11 of their 27. Without her, they'd be lost. 4 or 6 from the field for her, and 3 for 3 from the line, also 5 boards. She's been outstanding. She needs a lot of help from her teammates. And here we go. We're about to start the third quarter of the Crosstown Classic between the Xavier Gold Nuggets and the Dillard Lady Blue Devils. Dillard inbounds. They go inside. Back outside. A tough shot off the backboard. Didn't hit iron there. Maya Trench doing an outstanding job of controlling her team. Wild pass by Moore, but it is caught. Trench resetting the offense. Virgil come around the baseline in the corner. Now she moves closer to the paint while Moore swings it on the outside. A double team, swing pass, deep three, and it's good. Virgil with her second three of the game now, and it is 42-27 Gold Nuggets. Remember, they're looking to extend this to a 9-game win streak against the Lady Blue Devils. And Bo Browder looking for his 40th win against Dillard in his storied career. Dillard inside again, trying to get something going. Short jumper is good on the baseline by DeWitt. That's her first bucket of the game. She is 4 for 4 from the line. She has 6 points now. Moore on the right wing. Ball back up top. Back in the hands of Trench, who finds Moore. Zone defense for the Lady Blue Devils. But that's resulted in a lot of open looks. There's another one short, though, for Trench. Dillard going the other way. Pass ahead. Back outside. Deep three. And it is good. McZeal. The first three of the game for the Lady Blue Devils. Cuts the lead to 10. Dillard now trailing 32-42 with just under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Xavier going back inside, no shot there, swinging it up top. 3 passes, 4, 5, back to the wing for more. The corner 3, no good. Rebound by Dillard. The zone is giving them the open shots. Xavier just hasn't hit so far this half. 3 is no good for Dillard. Rebounded by the Gold Nuggets. And they're going left to right on your screen. Driving in, kick back out, and no one gets between Shaylin Moore and the basket. She's up to 8 points. Again, the first player to play for both Xavier and Dillard in this rivalry. Out of bounds, turnover by the Lady Blue Devils. Substitutions coming in now. Hambrick back in the game for Dillard. She was a lightning rod for a little bit in that second quarter. Trench advances the ball across half court. Toss back to Moore, who gives it back to Trench. The double team comes. Baseline. Almost stolen. Xavier's got to take better care of the ball if they want to hold on to this lead. 9 turnovers so far. Driving baseline. Kicking it. The jumper no good. Offensive rebound. Jump ball called on that. Possession going to Xavier. And there's the first little bit of physicality here in this game. Quick inbounds, and the shot off the glass. Good by Irons. That's her second bucket of the game. Xavier now leading 46-32. Ball tipped away, Moore with the steal. She brings it up court. Doesn't stop at the line, goes down on the foul. The shot is no good, but she'll get a chance at the free throw line to pick up 2. The foul on McZeal there, her first of the game. First team foul for the Lady Blue Devils here in the second half. More good on the first. And good on the second, gets the shooter's roll. Pushes the Xavier lead back to 16 points. Dillard even struggling to get it across the half court. Oh, nice drive. But they call that the $100 move and the 5-cent finish. High off the glass, didn't even touch the rim on the layup attempt. Moore goes inside. Stolen as the pass, trying to kick out just a bad pass, too far to go. Inside, layup no good, hits the underside of the rim. Moore wide open, she takes a step in, decides not, lazy one-handed pass. Xavier has to take better care of the basketball. They're either near a turnover or committing a turnover almost every time down the court right now. That's their 11th turnover of the ball game. Substitutions for Xavier. Alexis coming into the game, as well as Hodge. And Essence Wells also checking in. Only starter on the floor right now for Xavier's Trench. Pounds with a couple dribbles to the baseline. Jumper no good. Offensive rebound. Shot is no good. And there's a tussle. They go to the ground. But quickly composure is regained. But that's what you expect in a rivalry game. You want people attacking the ball. You want aggression. You want fight. And that was some great control there by both players, keeping it on the court. Alexis Burke with the foul there. Timeout on the floor. Xavier leading Dillard 48-32. Dillard will have the ball when we resume action. Taking out on their own baseline underneath the basket. So far, Xavier outscoring Dillard 9-5 here in the third quarter. They have won each of the first 2 quarters so far. Again, this is the Dillard team that came in having won 3 of its last 4 all-conference games. Xavier has struggled as of late, as they have for most of this season. Still just 12-11 on the year. But they did win their last game. They're looking to win back-to-back games for the first time in a while this season. Got off to a good start and then just as have kind of tailed off, looking for some consistency. Coach Browder told me yesterday it's not the physical that's hurt his team this season. It's been the mental part of the game. Air ball, but rebounded and put back in. That bucket goes to Hunter. Her first basket of the game for the Lady Blue Devils. Again, the zone, double teaming the ball, caught in the corner. Turn and shot, no good. Attacking the basket, pulling up at the free throw line. Another air ball, rebounded, missed, rebound, another miss. 3 chances at the shot, all of them no good for Dillard. Hesitation, back up top to Trench, resetting. Oh, stepping in, the 3, no good, off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. Xavier's going to reset. No rush. Wide open in the post. Shot is blocked. Great defensive play there by DeWitt. Dillard's got to get something going. This game could get out of hand. It's been on the verge a couple of times. Another missed 3. Trench with the rebound, looking up court. Finds. Oh, nice pass. No good on the layup. Rebound, offense. Just back-to-back misses from point-blank range for Xavier. And the ball is stolen. The Gold Nuggets have it back. Trench waiting for her teammates. The pass goes inside, kicked it back out. Xavier trying to get cooler. Browder asking his team to get going, get the offense going. Xavier can get anything they want at the basket. They're just not recognizing those empty spaces. And they're not finishing when they do get inside. They could be up by 22, 24 points right now if they were converting right at the rim. They're shooting better from three-point range than they have inside the paint. Nice shot there by Pounds. Her 5th bucket of the game. She leads the Lady Blue Devils with 13 points. Without her, Dillard would be out of this one already. Another missed 3 for Xavier. They've only made 1 of their 3-point attempts here in the second half. 1 for 5 from 3-point range here in the second half. after a very solid shooting half in the first, Xavier now down to 38% shooting, just 16 of 42 from the floor. Dillard shooting less than 29% at 13 of 45. That plus 24 from the three-point line still lingering large in this game. Whoa, contact. But the finish there for Wells. Baseline jumper, no good. Off the short side of the rim. Just under a minute and a half left here in the third. Xavier still up 14, 50-36. Corner three, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Pump, a nice shot fake. But another short attempt at the basket. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, foul called. And the foul is on number 5, Alexis Burke. That's her second foul of the game, but just the second team foul for Xavier. That does send Dillard to the line, shooting 2. First, no good. Second attempt also misses. Mikado with the rebound. The Suno transfer. Driving to the basket, no good. Offensive rebound again for the Gold Nuggets. They are not big, but this zone has allowed them to fill those empty spaces and get to the offensive glass. A nice dump into Mercado. Nope. Foul called. All right. I almost thought that there was going to be no foul on the play, but a foul was called. Mercado's going to go to the line now. Mercado misses the first. And Xavier taking on a couple of transfers this season from division rivals, the conference rivals. Mikado coming from Suno. She makes the second. The lead is now 15. Foul called on the play there. Foul on Duncan, her third. She hasn't scored since the first quarter. Under 30 seconds. Dillard just best turnover again by the Lady Blue Devils. Xavier with the opportunity for the last shot. They failed to get one off at the end of the first half. They could have wide open on the other side, and they throw it away. Essence Wells was standing in the corner wide open. A decent pass, and she's got a clear corner three. Instead, the Golden Nuggets turn it over, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Xavier leading 51-36. The scoring has gotten tighter each quarter. Xavier with just 12 points, Dillard with 9 there in the third. We've seen it decrease in each quarter. The shooting has gotten worse. The defense has gotten better. But as we head into that fourth quarter, still, you've got Duncan with 10. You got Shea Moore with 10 to lead Xavier. And then for the Lady Blue Devils, Javier Pounds with 13. But she has not gotten much offensive help today. Dee McZeal with 7 and Taylor DeWitt with 6. But other than that, there just hasn't been much offense for the Lady Blue Devils. Now shooting 27% from the floor as we go into the fourth quarter. And still with just 1 3-pointer made, they're shooting 7% from beyond the arc. Somebody's got to put one in eventually. Baseline drive, and they call it jump ball. Xavier has possession. Barring a collapse, it looks like the Gold Nuggets are probably going to be rolling to their 9th consecutive win in this series, and Coach Bo Browder will get his 40th win over Dillard. Xavier with the ball. Inside to Mercado. She kicks it back out. Resets in the post, but the jumper. Offensive rebound again. Wide open 3 at the top. No good. Multiple attempts again. Neither team able to convert their offensive rebounds. Going inside to Pounds. Up and under. Mercado with the block. She was one of the nation's best shot blockers last season. And we have a foul call to push off on Virgil. The offensive foul there. The crowd does not react well to that one, but it's a push off. She stuck her hand out, extended to get Harrington off of her. It was a pretty clear call. I don't understand. If anybody's got a problem, she sticks her head out, extends it, and pushes. The 3-point attempt goes down for Harrington. Just the second 3-pointer made by the Lady Blue Devils, who now trail by 12, 39-51 at the 8:30 mark of the fourth quarter. Stay tuned with us at 5 o'clock, the second game of this doubleheader, the men's game between Xavier and Dillard. Both teams with a lot to fight for, both nationally and here in the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference, setting themselves up for seeding in the GCAC tournament and trying to improve their resumes. The Xavier Gold Rush ranked 13th in the country. Dillard just outside the top 25 right now after a skid. Shot at the end of the shot clock, no good from deep, but the offensive rebound up, taken away by Dillard. Attacking the basket, spin move, layup no good. Just unable to finish anything for Dillard. This is just one of those days. They can't make a shot. Xavier now in a position where the clock is their friend. A foul called away from the ball. Double foul. Mixing it up in the post, and that turns into a double foul. Xavier will maintain possession. Yep. A foul on Collins. And a foul assessed to Virgil on that play. Ball back to Dillard, 7 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. The Gold Nuggets leading 51-39. After a hot shooting start and a very, good pace to the first quarter, the game has slowed down considerably. Under Bo Browder, there's one thing that Xavier's been known for, and that's its defensive reputation. A travel there costing the Lady Blue Devils a bucket. Pounds was inside, but traveled with the basketball. Time starting to work against the Lady Blue Devils and heavily in favor of the Gold Nuggets. Just 7 minutes to go. Dillard's only scored 12 points in 2 quarters in this game, and they need 12 just to tie this one. Moore taps it out of bounds. Trench back in. They need someone to control this offense. And just get Xavier settled again. Defensively, they've maintained their principles, but on offense, they just have not been able to perform as well here in this second half. They go back inside for Dillard, and DeWitt scores on a nice post move. The lead is cut to 10. A big cluster on one side of the court, 4 players. 3-point attempt is no good by Trench. She was not open. That's just poor execution. No balance to the court on that last possession. Dillard trying to be a little bit more methodical. Now with the deficit at 10, they don't have to rush. A couple of pump fakes, but the shot does not fall for Pounds. The look ahead for Xavier, and the finish by Irons. Lead back to 12. We're almost halfway through the fourth quarter. Dillard goes inside. Layup attempt hits the bottom of the rim. Shea Moore looking ahead. The 3-point attempt from the wing is good. Virgil with her third 3-pointer of the game, tying Hodge for the team lead. A steal there, wide open court, foul and the bucket. Opportunity for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way for Deja Virgil. Gets a 3 on the last possession, makes the steal, drives to the basket, gets the hoop and the foul, and now with the opportunity to close out with a 3-point play at the line and extend this lead that was 10 just a minute ago. It's at 17. They get the offensive rebound, and it's stolen. Dillard turns it right back over. You cannot close a deficit if you keep giving your opponent second chances with the basketball. Xavier with 14 offensive rebounds today. The little rocker dribble, setting up the drive, kick out to Moore. 3 is good. Shayla Moore becomes the third Gold Nugget with at least 3-pointers tonight. Another miss for the Lady Blue Devils. It goes out of bounds. Gold Nuggets with possession. Timeout on the floor. 4:12 remaining. Xavier, 61. Dillard, 41. All right, we're about to resume play with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the opening contest of the Crosstown Classic. Xavier Gold Nuggets leading the Dillard Lady Blue Devils 61-41. Didn't need to take that shot there. Dillard trying to get something just to make the score a little bit more respectable. But it's just been a struggle for them to get anything all game. A foul there by Trench in a loose ball situation. The crowd shows its disapproval. But that's a foul. She reached over. That's a foul. Slapped the arm. She wasn't going to get away with that one. But it's a nice try. Nice try. Dillard with the substitution. Hambrick coming back in. Rome just looking for any kind of spark right now. We're under 4 minutes. Deep three by Hambrick. No good. It's desperation time. Trench in control of the ball. Here comes the screen. Xavier content to work the basketball. Shot clock under 10. More dribbling, running out of room. Shot needs to go up. It does. Off the rim. Rebound goes to Dillard. Not a great offensive set there for the Gold Nuggets. The pull-up jumper airballed. Nothing has gone the way of the Lady Blue Devils today. They've never led, and they're down to 27% shooting on this game. Just 2 for 17 from three-point range. They haven't gotten to the free throw line in the second half. 5 assists for the game. It just everything possible has gone wrong for Dillard today. Xavier basically now just trying to work the clock. No need to take early shots. Travel, yes, more drag that left foot on the catch. That's another turnover for Xavier, but they have not killed them. 17 turnovers. Typically, that's a recipe for disaster, but Dillard has turned it over 12 times itself. Both teams basically playing out the string now. The energy from Dillard is just gone. Three-point attempt from the top of the key is no good. Foul on the drive. McZeal with the foul. Nina German will be going to the line to shoot 2. She has 3 points today. Made a three-pointer earlier in the game. Gonna try to pick up a couple more here at the free throw line. Makes the first. Misses the second. Under 2 minutes remaining in this game. Pull up 3, no good. It's just been that kind of afternoon for the Lady Blue Devils. Give Xavier a ton of credit. They've been very, very good at. Oh! Nagasa with the nice hook. Smooth and silky on the play. Nice inbounds pass. And a finish finally at the basket. DeWitt with her third basket of the game. She's got the double figures now. Turnaround jump shot. Foul. And Gossam will go to the line to shoot 2. The foul was on DeWitt. Her third of the game. Excuse me, her fourth personal of the game. First free throw, no good. .21 lead with under a minute to play. Second is good. Driving hard to the basket. Blocked. Blocked by Mbako Ngasam. Great play there. She's come in and she's just providing some excitement. Almost another steal. Jump shot. No good. Another deep 3 attempt. No good off the back of the rim. Missed offensive rebound. Foul on the play. It'll be DeWitt going to the line. And Taylor DeWitt with 10 points today. She shot it fairly well, 3 for 6 from the field, misses that free throw. She had been perfect from the line until that one. She misses both, the second just short. 22-point lead, time running out. Likely this is the last possession of the game. Xavier just dribbling out the clock here. German continuing to just hold on to that basketball. Into the corner, 3-point attempt. No good. Rebounded, and that's your ball game, folks. For the 9th consecutive time, the Xavier Gold Nuggets defeat the Dillard Lady Blue Devils. The score today, 65-43. Congratulations to Xavier head coach Bo Browder on picking up his 40th win all time against Dillard. Again, your leading scorers today, Shaylin Moore with 13 for the Gold Nuggets, and for Dillard, Jabria Pounds with 13 points. She had a double-double with 13 points and 12 rebounds, but this was just a dominant performance from start to finish for Xavier. We'll be back soon with the second game of this doubleheader, the men's game between the 13th ranked Gold Rush and the Dillard Blue Devils. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back.